Welcome in, guys, and I am back to the review the Lions versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. And again, if you asked me beginning of the year, where would I think the Lions would be this year? Where was my expectations for the Lions this year? After obviously last year, we started 1-4 last year, finished off really strong, second in the NFC North. Coming to this year, you've got to really. My expectation was this year is to win the division. To me, my expectation, I'll be happy this time. Like if we was in week 6 with if we won 3 or 4 games, but to come to finish week 6 5-1. We're 5-1 coming out of week 6, beating another a former Super Bowl winning team in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now I know that this isn't the Bucs team of that 2020 season that with Tom Brady and Fournette and all those other guys and Gronkowski, but they still have a majority of the team there. Like Mike Evans was still there and stuff like that. Going into this game here, the Buccaneers were 3-1 going into this game. We were 4-1. We started the game really well. I really liked how defensively it wasn't really one of the games. Offensively, wasn't the game that you would have gone for, but the game was all defensive minded, and that's down to Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn came in 2021. He's got what we did. We built our defense, our secondary, especially this year. But again, last year because Aiden came in last year. Kirby Joseph came in last year. Malcolm Rodriguez came in last year, and also this year we bring in some more defensive depth. And Brian Branch comes in, Jack Campbell comes in, just to make the defense tighter. We get rid of T.J. Hawkinson's last trade. We trade him away to get some draft picks, and also that brings us Jack Campbell. That brings us Brian Branch in the second round. And again, Aaron Glenn with the scheme he's doing in that defensive system, he's really putting his own on this team, and you can really see that with the Lions for the first time in fucking decades, I don't know. Yeah, we have a head coach that knows what the fuck he's doing. We have a GM that again, Brad Holmes has his things, and I called him out last year. He's actually got his shit together. He did well in the draft. And we have an offensive coordinator in Ben Johnson who's doing great stuff. And we have a defensive coordinator in Aaron Glenn that knows what the fuck he's doing. It's rare. So anyway, going into this game, well, we did a 3-7, and we were pressing the Bucs really heavy. You could see Baker Mayfield was trying to find some plays, and again, he's an okay quarterback. He's not like the best quarterback, but we were pressing on Baker Mayfield. They couldn't really find any opening. You could really see what the hell is Dave Callis doing? What the hell is he doing as the offensive coordinator of the Bucs, especially for this game here. Again, a lot of missed passes here. 3rd and 7, we put a lot of pressure on the Buccaneers, which again that went to a fumble and stuff like that. Then we had a great transition at 3 and 10 in the second with Craig Reynolds and Jared Goff. I loved how they picked out each other for that in the second. We go to 3-0 on the field goal. Then they come back with a 3-3. Then we go to Brown to make it 10-3. And then we go 3rd and 10 with a deep play here. And then we go for a 17-6, 20-6, and then 20-6, and then ultimately win the game. Jared Goff threw for 33 to 44 yards, 353 yards, 2 touchdowns. Craig Reynolds had 10 carries and 55 yards. But again, I want to talk about how great just the defensive side of the ball is, and that defensive side of the ball won us the game. We wasn't the best offensively today, but the defense, was really the one that really got us out of the game at some points. And we're now 5-1 in the division. Now I want to talk about really. The contenders down. We have the Ravens next, which is another big game with the Ravens. Huge game next, and That's gonna be a huge game, and I'm looking at you're looking at, especially going in week 7 now. You're gonna look at the seeds. You know, you're gonna have the Buccaneers. They're gonna be up there still. You've got the Lions. You know, obviously you've got the Bucks, the Lions, but the contenders like the Eagles, the Bills. You know, we've got some contenders here. Like, imagine if we had the Bills and Lions. Like, the Bills they've been okay this year. The couple of games, like you can see, like that Jets game they had, where Josh Allen had 4 turnovers in that game. Again, with this Lions team, how unpredictable that this Lions team is, that we could take some of these teams. We could take a Bills team defensively, and we could, you know, really ground them and really take a game to them. Especially you look at the Eagles and you look at the Rams, who are going to be Super Bowl contenders. Again, you look at really the contenders that are going to be there for Super Bowl, the 49ers with Brock Purdy. Again, if we have one of those in the division, if we get like the 49ers in a game in the playoffs, or we get the Bills, or we get the Eagles, or something like that, and we can actually take a game to them like we did with the Chiefs, like we've done with the Bucks today. You know, we could be, again, I'm not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl, but if we got our defenses, we got our defense, our secondary was the thing that we needed to get in this draft. We got our offense as well. I'm liking the addition of Dave Montgomery. That was a great addition. Jamar Gibbs is a great addition. Brian Branch is, in my opinion, is a steal of the draft. I think if you look in the next couple of years, if everything goes right for the Lions, you're probably going to see other teams like, shit, maybe we should have gone for Brian Branch. Again, that's just a great steal from the front office, that to get Brian Branch in the second round. And then you look at, you know, you have Sam Laporte, who was he, like a 3rd round pick? He looks like a great steal as well. He's been great from the first game of the season against the Chiefs, and he's really fit well into his system with Ben Johnson as well. And you look at, again, Ben Johnson, who's going to probably get himself a head coaching job in 2024 and absolutely deserves to be a head coach in 2024. Doesn't matter wherever the fuck he goes, he's going to get himself a head coaching job. His future in the NFL is bright, and he has a bright future as a head coach.